Homeless people are keeping me up. It's like 8:30 in the morning. Good times. Hey guys, how's it going? Well, back at the Home Depot. I've been a little bit sick the last couple days. I'm feeling better today. So I'm gonna have some coffee and get back to it. Yesterday I didn't do anything. I was just sore throat and runny nose, and just so one of the rare days I'm by myself in the van for the majority of the day. I mean, I virtually never do that. But yesterday was one, because I just wasn't feeling well. And I finally watched that movie on my phone, Kong Island or something, Skull Island. It was pretty good. It's pretty good. So this video is about what to do when you run out of ice, or your fridge isn't working or something. Usually what I do is I use the blue blocks and I put them in a freezer, and you know, within a few hours, 4 hours, whatever, it's rock solid and it's good for like 2-3 days. But when the weather is really warm and I don't have access to a freezer, I'm not at work right now, and I don't have access to the ex-wife's freezer while I'm away from the kids for a while. So what do you do? Well, a couple things I do. Now, some of these you're gonna like, man, that's crazy, but that's what I do. One thing I do is I will go to the McDonald's. I don't eat at McDonald's. Being vegan, I boycotted McDonald's, I don't know how many years ago, 20 years ago. I never spent money there. But I will abuse them a little bit, and I will take a plastic bag. There's McDonald's in the Walmart around here. And what I do is I just take a plastic bag, walk in, put it where the ice thing is, and I fill that bag about a third full, and then I walk out, and I don't feel bad about it. Please don't judge me. So that's one thing I do, and that'll keep my ice, my soy milk, good for at least another day. By the next day, it's all turning to water, and it's not cold anymore, but it'll work for a little bit. Another thing I do is this right here. I just tried this morning, and it worked pretty well. Thus the inspiration for this video. Go to the Starbucks. Now, I gotta say, I'm not happy about the plastic cup. I didn't have the presence of mind to ask for a paper cup. As an environmentalist, I try to avoid using plastic as much as possible. And living in a van, you know, eating out a lot and stuff, it's really a challenge to not use plastic, or as little as possible. So they gave me a plastic cup because I didn't think about it. So my apologies to our fair sister, Mother Earth. Anyway, so what I wanted to do, what I asked her for, was a cup full of ice, just ice. And instead, I guess she misheard me, and they gave me a cup of water with ice in it. Okay, fine. They didn't charge me for it. So I just empty out the water. Oh, you know, by drinking it, obviously. And then I have about that much ice left on the bottom. And then I just pour my soy milk into my bowl to see how much I'm going to need for my cereal. And I put the soy milk from the bowl into the cup with the ice, just ice. And I let it sit there for about 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. And by that time, I just get to swish it around, and then put my cereal in, and I keep the lid on the cup, and I dump out the cold soy milk. Now, is it going to have some water in it? Yes. But honestly, I didn't notice the difference. So I was happy with that. So I will try that again, but next time I'm going to ask for a paper cup. I'm taking this cup to the Whole Foods. I'm going to recycle it. Darn it. Anyway, yes, I'm an eco freak, okay? Deal with it. Another thing I do is I will, say if I'm going to a grocery store and I'm going to buy a salad, usually it's in the cooler, so I'll eat it right away, so it's not a problem. But one thing I've done is I've put my salad, or if I want some cold fruit, I will go to that food section first, like say if I want some cherries, and I'll put the cherries where they keep the ice in the big huge cooler with their ice blocks or whatever. And I'll try to stick it in a little bit, cover it over with some other ice, and then I'll come back when I'm done my shopping in about 10 or 15 minutes, and then the cherries are nice and cold. So I remember watching Living in a Van with Denoy, and what he does sometimes is he'll go to the 7-Eleven and just ask for a cup of ice. So, you know, that could work too. But yeah, that's what I do for ice. When it kind of like, that's an emergency situation. Usually I'll have the blue block frozen and it's good for a few days and I'm okay with it. Now, I'm actually planning on buying a 12-volt fridge very soon. And I watched one of Bob's videos recently. He had this new fridge I've never seen called the truck fridge. And I'm going to buy one of those. I think it's the 15 model, TB15 or something, or maybe it's TF15. It's a TF15, TF18. I think I'll be fine with the 15, but maybe I should just get the 18. My main thing is how much power is it going to use. I know the Dometic CF18, which is the one I was going to get, uses a nominal amount of power, very little. And I'm hoping that this truck fridge is going to be the same. I think it is, because the compressor, the Danfoss compressor, is the same. So I'm going to be getting that very soon. They're on sale right now. And the reason I'm getting this truck fridge over the Dometic is because the Dometic is so expensive. I mean, I think it's like $475 US on Amazon right now. And the truck fridge on sale is like $279. So we're talking like a $200 difference. However, what I have to work out is I got to buy it and have it shipped to Point Roberts, Washington, and then cross the border to get it because they don't ship to Canada. So I'm going to do an Amazon purchase as well, so I want to kind of tie them both together. So, there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have a good night.